guys, and welcome to vlog number 8. Today I am joined by the wee man. Yay! Clap clap from the wee man. Clap 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 clap. Isn't he just adorable, really? I mean, I know I'm biased, but he is just gorgeous. Anyway, this morning, to be honest, I had a bit of a crappy morning. Things didn't really go to plan. I'd had a pretty rough night and I was up numerous times, and then I managed to sleep in this morning. I slept through my alarm, which meant that everything was late this morning, including the children for school. But hopefully, now that that's out of the way and they're away to school, I can catch up with everything else and the day can only get better. I must admit, last night I was feeling quite down. My depression kind of got the better of me a little bit, I think. And I was feeling pretty bad. And I think when depression kind of sets in, it can be quite easy to lose your sense of self, your sense of direction. The negative voices in your head tend to take over. And so, whereas obviously I've been trying to remain positive and stay focused, and try and stay on plan with regards to my Slimming World journey. When my depression sets in, it's very hard to carry on doing that, because the negative voices tell you things that generally aren't true. Things like, you're fat, you're ugly, you're unattractive, nobody's ever gonna love you, why would anyone want to be with you, you're stupid, you're not important, you're worthless, nothing you do is good enough, nothing you ever do will ever be good enough. And when you look at it logically and in a sort of level-headed way, you know that those statements aren't true. However, when you're depressed, they're all too easy to believe. And because you have that voice in your head telling you those things, it obviously affects your mood, it can affect your concentration, it can stop you sleeping, and it can also cause you to comfort eat, to binge eat. It can also, depression in itself can make you very tired, very fatigued. It can take it out of you physically, as well as mentally and emotionally. You can end up feeling totally drained. Now, I could rattle off a list of statistics about how many people in the UK suffer with depression. I could tell you how depression isn't particularly fussy. It doesn't pick men or women, old people, young people. It's not fussy. Depression manifests itself in pretty much anybody. And there isn't always a particular cause. There isn't always a specific trigger. Although there can be in some cases. Obviously, if there's been a past involving trauma, abuse, if you've ended a relationship, if you've lost a loved one, all sorts of things like that. Some people are just more prone to getting depression than others. I think there is some proof that there are genetics involved. So therefore, if your parents were sufferers of depression or of other mental health issues, then chances are you're at a higher risk of getting them as well. Now, I have to try and stay on track with my eating, and I have to learn not to beat myself up when I have a bad day. Again, looking at it logically, that makes sense. There's no point in making yourself feel so bad because you had one bad day out of the week, or 2 bad days, or 3 bad days. Ultimately, what you need to do is draw a line, start again, and carry on. Because if you don't do that, and if you dwell on it, and let it take over, then you're going to fail. You're setting yourself up for a fail. Constantly beating yourself up about what has already happened, things that you cannot change, all it does is serve to make you feel even worse. And generally nothing positive is going to come out of that. Yes, you learn something. You learn the results of your actions. You know, if I have a predominantly bad week eating, then I know that on Thursday when I go and get weighed, that chances are I'm not going to have a brilliant loss on the scales. Now, the best way to deal with that is to accept that I've possibly stayed the same or had a gain and move on. Learn from it. Learn that if I carry on binge eating and doing things that I'm not meant to do, then the consequences of those actions are that I'm not going to lose the weight that I want to lose. So therefore I know that the following week I need to try and cut back on those things. I need to try and stay focused and have a better week. If you get on the scales and you've had a gain and you don't draw a line and you don't just accept the fact that what is done is done, it can quite easily turn into a downward spiral of self-sabotage. Right, I've had a really crappy week. I've put on 2 pounds. Oh, that's it. I've ruined it now. I'm never going to get to my target weight. I'm never going to get down to the weight that I want to be. So I may as well just give up now. I'm going to go home. I'm going to go to McDonald's. I'm going to order a pizza. I'm going to eat a bucket of ice cream and like the biggest chocolate bar that I can find. Because you know what? You might enjoy it while you're eating it, but I can pretty much guarantee you that once you're done, or even while you're eating it, those feelings of guilt are already going to be sneaking in and you're going to regret it. Because you know that deep down, even if you have gained a couple of pounds, it's a couple of pounds. You've lost X amount of weight already. Losing 2 pounds if you've gained it isn't that bad. It's not that difficult. Now, in a way, I feel a little bit hypocritical because I can sit and tell you all of these things because right now, at this precise moment in time, my head is relatively clear and I'm not depressed. When I have nights like I did last night, I wouldn't have been the best person to give you advice because my mind wasn't in the right place, because I was eating things that I shouldn't have been eating. I went over my sin allowance for the day. I do feel bad about it. And I know that my doing that has jeopardised my chances of having a loss this week. I have to accept that it's happened. It's not good. It's not what I wanted to have happen. But it's happened. I need to try and stop it happening too often, because otherwise it really will jeopardise my chances of getting to target. But I have to accept at the end of the day I have a mental health issue that unfortunately likes to sneak up on me when I least expect it. I could be having a great day, I could be having a super productive day and be feeling really, really positive about everything, and then out of nowhere, bang, depression, my mood drops, I lose focus, I lose concentration, I feel really crappy, and I just want to shut myself away from the world. I don't want to talk to anybody. I just shut myself away. It's not the easiest thing to talk about, and I will try to do future videos, more sort of in-depth videos about my depression when I don't have somebody wriggling around on my lap. I'll do more in-depth videos on depression and other mental health issues. I guess I just wanted you guys to know that I'm not perfect and nobody expects you to be perfect. Everybody has good days and bad days. Everybody has losses and gains. It's life. And I think at the moment I am going through like a phase of acceptance, accepting who I am, accepting that I'm not perfect and that I can never be perfect, that there are things that I need to let go of, things from the past, that I have to accept myself for who I am and how I am, and accept the fact that I have depression, but depression isn't me. I am not depression. It's something that comes and goes that I have to accept and let go of. Let it pass, let it do what it's got to do, and, you know, just ride it out, and eventually it will leave. And so I'm, like I keep saying in my videos, I'm not going to give up. No matter how bad things get with my depression and other things in my life, no matter how stressful life gets, no matter how upset all of the things that are going on make me, I'm not going to give up on my goal to lose weight. It might mean that some weeks are slower than others. It might mean that some weeks I have more bad days than good. But as long as I don't actually give up, as long as I keep going, then that's all I can ask of myself. And it's all anybody else can ask of me. I try to focus on the positives as much as I can. I try to improve the life of myself and my family as much as I can. And hopefully, I'm doing the right thing. And hopefully, in the future, all of my efforts will pay off. So I'm going to leave it here with the depression and stuff, because it's quite a heavy subject to talk about, and I don't want this particular video to kind of go that heavy and into such sort of melancholy. But yeah, I will come back in a bit. I've got a whole ton of stuff that I need to get done today. I've already had a quick tidy around in the lounge and hoovered. I've already, you know, done the school runs and everything, and, you know, fed the little man and all of that kind of stuff. But my kitchen is most definitely in need of more work, and so are the bedrooms and stuff. So I need to crack on with getting those things done, because tomorrow I have guys coming round to do like a survey thing, because I'm getting a new heating system installed, because the one in this house is rather old, and I still have like a gas fire and a back boiler and stuff in my front room, which isn't all that great. It's rather old-fashioned. But yeah, they're coming around to do a survey tomorrow, so they need access to like all of the radiators and the hot water tank and the boiler and the fire and everything, which is going to be quite a lot of upheaval, which is a bit of stress that I didn't really need, but it's going to be good once it's done. So they're going to come and do that, and then in a few weeks' time, I'm going to get all new radiators. I'm going to get a new kind of feature fireplace in my front room, and probably I think a combi boiler type thing as well. So hopefully it will all work out quite nicely, and it will all be done in time for winter. So I'm going to go and have more cuddles and tickle time with the wee man, and I will come back in a little while, a bit more upbeat and positive, and I shall let you know how I've been getting on. See you guys. Hi guys. It's actually now Wednesday morning. I wasn't able to finish the vlog yesterday. Unfortunately, in the afternoon, I got a rather sore head, and unfortunately for me, it turned into a migraine, which wasn't very much fun, which meant I was basically suffering for the afternoon and the evening. I didn't get a huge amount done. I managed to drag myself around the pound shop to get a few bits and pieces that I needed and get the school run done with the help of the kid's dad. Yeah, I couldn't do an awful lot last night, hence why I didn't finish the vlog for yesterday. I'm still feeling well below par this morning, and unfortunately, as a result of the very, very bad night that I had, feeling very ill, unfortunately everything is running behind this morning as well as yesterday. So I'm really not very impressed. I'm hoping that this kind of horrible tension in my head will ease. The painkillers that I took yesterday didn't seem to touch it, and they're quite strong painkillers, and they did nothing for it. I listened to some like migraine relief music, if you like. It's got the binaural beats, which are supposed to help cure things like headaches. It didn't really do an awful lot. And then later on in the evening, when I actually managed to go and lay down in the dark, I listened to a self-hypnosis for helping with sleep and headaches and things like that, which did help me to get settled. It eased my head a little bit, sort of enough for me to fall asleep. But unfortunately, I did still wake up several times throughout the night feeling pretty crappy. I don't know if it's just stress and tension that's doing it. I've kind of had a bit of a cold this week, so I've generally been feeling less than 100% anyway. But also, just to make things even nicer for me, it's also that time of the month, which isn't great. Or if you're on Slimming World, it's Star Week. I don't know why they call it that. I've never called it Star Week. It's not like it's something to be celebrated, is it? So yeah, it's pretty much, I've just been hit with everything this week and feel really lousy. It's weigh-in tomorrow, and I think my hopes of getting a £3 loss are probably slim to none. I think, given everything that's gone on this week, I will be very lucky to get the £1 off that I need to get my 2.5 stone award. I really hope I do, but if I don't, I don't. Right now, in this particular moment in time, I don't really care. I just feel that ill and horrible right now. I couldn't really give a monkey's whether I get my pound off or not. I know that come tomorrow morning, when I'm at group, I will think differently, and I will definitely be wanting the pound off. Hopefully, by tomorrow morning, I will be feeling a lot more like myself, and we'll be back to my bouncy, positive, let's do this kind of self. I do have the guys coming to sort out my heating system. I've already had the electrician in this morning. I'm still waiting on the plumber arriving. He's the one that's going to be taking quite a while. He's the one that wants all the access to everything in the house, so he's the pain in the bum for today. Once he's been, then I guess I'll be able to relax a little bit. I know that I've got the school run to do this afternoon, and basically all of my normal sort of day-to-day jobs that I need to get done, rather than cramming them all into the first couple of hours of the day and getting them out of the way, I think they're just going to get done very slowly throughout the day. I don't feel well enough to push myself to get them all done in one go like I normally do. I prefer to get them out of the way in one go. It gives me more time to relax and do what I want later on in the day. But right now, I don't have the energy. I haven't even attempted to write my list for today yet. I think when I do, it's going to be a very simplified, basic list that's not going to be awfully difficult to complete, because I'm really struggling today. I've taken my meds and I feel crap. Sorry guys, I know I did promise that I would come back on and do a vlog and I would be more positive and more full of life and stuff, and I just can't do that today, so my apologies. I know that I look like death and I probably sound like it too. But obviously tomorrow I will do my weigh-in vlog and let you guys know how I got on at class. And obviously I need to do tomorrow I need to do my meal plan, because obviously Thursdays is like day one of my meal planning week. I've had a look on the Muscle Foods website again, and I'm going to order some more of the hashi steaks and some more of their extra lean mince. I'm going to get some of their Walden Farm tomato ketchup, which is pretty much 0 calorie. That's supposed to be quite good. And I'll probably get a few other bits and pieces as well, just to top up what I've got. I certainly don't need any more chicken, because I still have tons of chicken in my freezer. But the hash steaks are good, and the mince, well, it always comes in handy because you can do everything: the cottage pie, the bolognese, lasagna, just mince and tatties, everything. So I think I will I'll wrap up the video for today, because I don't think I'm going to have anything tremendously exciting to report for the rest of the day. I just wanted to come back on and explain why the video didn't get finished yesterday and uploaded. So I will upload this video today, and then obviously tomorrow I will do the weigh-in video. So I hope you are all having a far better day than I am, because I feel really lousy. But I will come back and speak to you guys really soon. Okay, so you take care, stick with your plan, drink lots of water, have a fabby week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up below. If you would like to see more recipe ideas, how-to videos, live cook-alongs, cleaning and organising tips, and much more, then please click that subscribe button and you will be notified each time I upload a fabby new video. Until next time, my friends.